The Drakari's Lair. Captain Rodriguiz, Lieutenant Thompson, and Alex Carter found themselves in a cold, dark confines of Drakari prison. The air was thick with the scent of fear and despair, and the walls echoed with the distant cries of other captives. The Drakari, known for their relentless tactics, have captured the crew after a fierce battle on Etheria. The Drakari wasted no time in beginning their interrogation. Rodriguez, Thompson, and Carter were separated and taken to different chambers, each designed to break their spirits and extract information. The Drakari investigators were relentless, using both physical and psychological torture to wear them down. Rodriguez was strapped to a metal chair, her body bruised and battered. A Drakari officer loomed over her. "Tell us about the Celestial Lance," the officer demanded, his voice a low growl. "Where is it?" His eyes cold and calculating. Rodriguez gritted her teeth, refusing to give in. "You'll get nothing from me," she spat, her voice filled with defiance. The officer sneered and activated a device that sent a jolt of electricity through Rodriguez's body. Pain surged through her, but she held on, determined not to betray her crew. In another chamber, Thompson was subjected to different form of torture. The Drakari used advanced technology to invade her mind, forcing her to relieve her worst memories and deepest fears. She saw visions of her family and her friends and her crew all suffering because of her. "Give us the information we seek, and this will all end," a Drakari interrogator whispered in her ear. Thompson clenched her fist, fighting against a mental assault. "I won't betray my crew," she said through gritted teeth. "You have to kill me first." Carter, meanwhile, was subjected to physical torture. The Drakari uses whips, blades, and other cruel instruments to inflict pain, hoping to break his spirit. But Carter's resolve was unyielding. He thought of his friends and his family and the mission they had undertaken. He knew he had to stay strong for them. "You think this will break me?" Carter taunted, his voice hoarse from pain. "I've faced worse than you." The Drakari torturer sneered, struck him again, but Carter's defiance only seemed to grow stronger. As the days turned into weeks, the crew's situation seemed increasingly dire. Unbeknownst to them, help was on their way. Kaylin, who was managed to escape Etheria with a piece of the Celestial Lance, had been forcing tirelessly to find a way to rescue his friends. Using his knowledge of Drakari technology and the information he had gathered from the Altherians, Kaylin devised a daring plan to infiltrate the Drakari stronghold to free the crew. He knew it was a long shot, but he couldn't abandon his friends. Kaylin's plan involved a combination of stealth, cunning, and sheer determination. He managed to disable the Drakari security systems, sneak into the prison undetected. As he made his way through the dark corridors, he heard the faint sounds of his friends suffering, feeling his resolve. Finally, he reached the chamber where Rodriguez was being held. Using a makeshift device, Kaylin disabled the restraints and helped Rodriguez to her feet. "Kaylin, you came for us," Rodriguez said, his voice filled with gratitude. "Kaylin, you came for us," Rodriguez said, her voice filled with gratitude. "We're not leaving without Thompson and Carter," Kaylin replied, determination in his eyes. Together we moved through the prison, freeing Thompson and Carter from their torment. The crew, though battered and bruised, found strength in unity and hope of escape. With the Drakari alerted to their presence, the crew had to move quickly. They fought their way through the prison using their combined skills and the elements of surprise to overcome their captors. The journey was perilous, but their bond and determination kept them going. As they reached the exit, the Drakari forces closed in. The crew knew that they had to make a stand. Kaylin's help, they managed to hold off the attackers long enough to reach their ship and make a daring escape. Back on the Odyssey, the crew regrouped and tended to their wounded. They knew that their ordeal was far from over. The Drakari was still a threat, and the mystery of the Celestial Lance remained unsolved. "We need to find out about the Celestial Lance and how to use it against the Drakari," Rodriguez said, his voice filled with determination. "Our mission is more important than ever." The crew nodded in agreement, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. Their bond had been tested and strengthened, and they are more determined than ever to protect the galaxy from the Drakari threat.